7th of May 2025, India launched a precision strike across the line of control.
Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well as inside Pakistan have been struck. 9 different locations have been targeted.
भारत ने किया है 9 आतंकवादी ठिकानों पर हमला। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर इसका नाम दिया गया है।
Operation Sindoor had begun. Missiles were fired, UAVs deployed, enemy camps neutralized. And for the first time, most of the arsenal was made in India. Akash, Astra, Switch UAVs, radars, these weren't imports. They were engineered, built and deployed by Indian companies. Many of them publicly listed. But what went since the Operation Sindoor is worth noting. Defense stocks have been steadily rising as investors are beginning to bet on firepower. But before you invest in them, here is what you should know. What is actually behind these companies' growth? Who builds these missiles, radars, drones and submarines for India? How profitable are they and what are they working on next? Well, in this episode of Blueprint Stories, we decode some of the top Indian defense companies from an investor point of view and try to understand if India's defense sector can really outperform others despite expensive valuations. So watch till the end. This isn't just a war story, it's a business story with real numbers you can trust. Let's start with HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They built the light combat aircraft Tejas, advanced light helicopter Dhruv, and upgraded the Sukhoi 30 fleet for the Indian Air Force. Some of these were frontline assets in Operation Sindoor, Balakot airstrike in 2019, and even Kargil war in 1999. You may not know this, but HAL components also power UN peacekeeping aircraft. And countries like Nigeria, Philippines, Argentina and Egypt have shown interest in Tejas light combat aircraft from HAL. Next, BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. BEL supplies radars, missile systems, communication suites, and the surveillance infrastructure behind every precision strike. The same radars helped map enemy positions in Operation Sindoor and Balakot airstrikes. And their coastal radar systems are being exported to Seychelles, Sri Lanka and Mauritius. Then there is BDL, Bharat Dynamics Limited. They make the Akash, Nag and Astra missiles. These short-range tactical missiles were used in Operation Sindoor and deployed at front-line bases during the India-China standoff as well. Well, their Astra missiles developed by DRDO is a core part of India's air defense. Next is Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders. Unlike HAL, it doesn't get as much attention, but its impact is deep sea level. They have built submarines like INS Kalvari and destroyers like Vishakhapatnam, the backbone of the Navy's stealth fleet. They played a key role in Operation Trident's legacy and are now supplying subs under export agreements and growing steadily. Now to the skies. Idea Forge. Well, they build surveillance drones like Switch UAV and Netra V2, used for real-time mapping in Operation Sindoor and deployed along the LAC during the Galwan clash. They are also used globally for peacekeeping and border monitoring. Yes, they are loss-making today, but with 106x IPO subscription and dual use potential, well, investors are watching closely. And finally, Paras Defense and Space. Well, a niche tech player in optics and avionics, they deliver optical sights and missile guidance systems across key DRDO projects like Akash and BrahMos. Their optics have even powered ISRO's reconnaissance satellites used in the Doklam standoff. Well, revenue may be small, but it's high margin, high IP and deeply integrated into India's defense R&D pipeline. See, for decades, defense was seen as cost-heavy and margin-thin, but not anymore. India's most defense firms today are profitable, scalable, and in many cases, investable. HAL runs at approx 24% margins with an order book exceeding 94,000 crore rupees at the end of FY25. BEL has a 21% operating margin, zero debt, and a consistent pipeline of DRDO contracts. BDL has orders worth nearly 6x of its annual revenue, offering multi-year visibility. IdeaForge and Paras, well, these companies may be small in revenue, but they operate on high-margin IP-led models with deep defense linkages. Since 2022, many defense stocks have outperformed the Nifty by a wide margin. HAL, BEL and BDL have delivered 2 to 4x returns in just 3 years. This isn't wartime speculation, it's structural momentum. Because these companies aren't just assembling hardware, they are investing in R&D, in drones, radars, AI systems. They are not just manufacturers anymore, they are becoming IP creators with export-ready products. Well, India was once the world's largest defense importer. Now, it wants to be among the top 10 exporters by 2030. And the goal is to achieve the 50,000 crore rupees target by 2029. And the engine is already running. 2 dedicated defense corridors in Tamil Nadu and UP. 100% FDI allowed under approval for R&D partnerships. Behind every missile launch and UAV flight were companies like HAL, BEL, BDL, building locally, exporting globally, and rewarding investors along the way. India's defense boom is real, and for once, both the soldier and the shareholders are winning. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit like, share it with a defense geek, and subscribe for more deep dives into the companies building India's future. I'm Kanishka Gupta. This is Blueprint Stories powered by Invested by Fires.